Hello everyone. Once again, this is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. I welcome you all to today's Azure Data Bricks Batch 2 session number 1. So yeah, before starting the session, I'll just show you like our social media handles and our website and everything. I'll just give a 2 to 3 minutes introduction about this, and we'll jump into the session without any delay. Okay, so this is our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel of Raj Informatica real-time hands-on job-based training. This is our YouTube channel. We have 35.6K subscribers, and we have uploaded like a 400 plus videos till now. You can just check here. So in our channel we have added like a mini videos here on AI and ML, Snowflake, Kids Coding, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud, SAP, and many courses or many tools. We have just like uploaded like many useful videos here. Okay, and many interview questions are available here, and many resume preparation sessions are available here. Just visit our channel once. If you like our content, you can give like symbol, comment on the videos, and subscribe to the videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you'll get all the updates here. Okay, I have just shared the YouTube channel link also in the chat box. You can just like check it out. Okay, and this is our website. This is our website. So razinformatica.com. So earlier it was Raj Informatica. Now we have renamed it as Raj Cloud Technologies. You can check out here at the left top corner. Raj Informatica is now Raj Cloud Technologies. You can see here. So in our website, if you just scroll down a bit, you will be able to see all the courses that what we are offering here. Okay, so we are offering artificial intelligence with machine learning, SAP S4 HANA and FICO, Salesforce, cybersecurity with ethical hacking, Azure Data Engineering and Databricks, Snowflake, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud, AWS and DevOps, GCP, Python for kids. Okay, so Python full stack development, Power BI, Python for AI and ChatGPT. Okay, so and Tableau. So these are the like courses that we are offering now, and very soon like we are about to start generative AI and like AWS core services as well. AWS core certifications program as well we are starting, and testing programs also. These three things we are starting very soon. So to see all our updates, you just like keep browsing our website, okay, so that you'll get all the updates as well. Okay, I have just shared the website link also. So apart from these things, like we have, you can see here, like upcoming free live sessions. Whatever the upcoming sessions that we have scheduled, it might be first session, it might be demo session, introduction session. Okay, so whatever the upcoming sessions are there, so we will be scheduling here, and you can see it here in this box actually. Okay, so here, see in today's session also we have mentioned here Azure Data Bricks free live session, 6th June at 8 p.m. Okay, so in this way, like you can see all our upcoming free live sessions also. There is another session scheduled on 9th June, that is like at 8 p.m. that is Informatica Cloud. So in this way, like we have scheduled the sessions actually. Okay. And apart from the classes and apart from these courses, okay, you can see many useful materials are available here. Okay. So many interview questions are also available here, and the internship programs. Okay. So many useful things are available in our website. So keep browsing our website to get all the updated information. And this is our Instagram channel. So that is Raj Informatica. You can just search for Raj Informatica. So we have almost like a 2.9K subscribers here, 2.9K followers. So for all the job opening updates, so you can just follow our Instagram page. You will get all the updates here, all the new job openings updates. And so if there is any referral from Raj Cloud Technologies, all the updates you can see here. And there is a highlight as well, like the job openings. You can just get the recent openings also. You can find out here. Okay. Yes. So this is the complete information about our website, Instagram page, and YouTube channel and everything. Okay. So today we are in Azure Data Engineering and Databricks. So on today is Databricks session number 1. Okay. So there is some special offer available at the end of the session. Okay. At the end of the session, there is some special offer is available. Okay. Stay connected. If you have already enrolled, that is fine. So if you haven't enrolled yet, so today is the last day to get this opportunity and all. Okay, so you'll get to know at the end of the session what is the special price, what is the discount given, everything you will be getting at the end of the course, as the end of the session actually. Okay, just stay connected, stay connected. Okay, so to get today's session number one, not introduction session. Introduction session was done already. Today is the session number one for the Databricks batch actually. So to get today's session recording and material, you can share your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that you will receive all the information from Raj Cloud Technologies, and you can get the session video and material as well. Both you will get it. So let's take a sharp 30 second to 1 minute break. Okay, so the time was already like 8:27 now. So let's take only 1 minute time and post your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that like we can proceed further. And I'll hand over the session to Abhishek Garu and he'll take over from here. Okay, so just take a 1 minute break and we'll start the session. You can keep posting your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that you'll receive the today's session material and video as well. And we have given the unmute access as well to you. So if you find any time like you wanted to ask a question, you can just like raise your hand, or else you can just like unmute yourself and you can speak also.
Karthik, I think chat is disabled.
Yes, Bharat, tell me. Yes.
Chat is disabled actually.
Disable, you
We
are getting
can't
me.
post.
Just a second, please. Just a second. So everyone is getting the same thing.
Yes.
Yes. Chat is disabled.
But it was enabled here. Let me check again. Yes. Yeah. So anyone just check now?
I just enabled, yes, so I think it should be okay now.
Still disabled.
Still the chat is disabled.
I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. There was some updates from the Zoom end. That is the reason why like we might be facing this issue. I'm just like asking multiple times. Can just someone confirm me now? I have just changed the settings. Still
No,
no?
sir, still it is same.
Okay, okay. I'll just like yeah, I have just like enabled the chat for everyone now. Okay. So now what you do is like when selecting here in the chat, you can select to Raj Cloud Technologies. You can see everyone's name here, but you can just select it to Raj Cloud Technologies, host or co-host. You can just send your names and mobile numbers here. Hope now you can text me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. So just now I have enabled the chat and everything. So you can just like start sharing your name and WhatsApp number within 1 minute. Like we'll start the session.
I have a doubt. Shall I ask to Abhishek?
Yes, Ram. Yes, Ram. Please tell me.
Question to Abhishek. So,
Yeah, Abhishek is also available. Abhishek, are you available now?
no,
Yeah, I'm available, yes.
yeah, Abhishek, is the same person which you have done in Ellipse? Is it the same person?
Ram, you
Uh,
can just connect with me personally. I can help you with the
Gotcha.
questions. No
All right,
problem.
thank you.
You can just like connect with me personally. Okay, so I'll just like show you where you can connect with me. So you can see my screen, right? This is our WhatsApp number, 8105296858. Okay.
Okay.
So you can just like take a screenshot, or you can just like note the number. Or if you have already connected, I'm available on WhatsApp as well. You can just like text me. No issues. Yeah, I hope like I have received few numbers already. So if you haven't shared yet, you can share me. Okay, so I'm handling the session to Abhishek Garu. Abhishek Garu, over to you, please.
All right. Thank you so much, Karthik, for handing over the session to me. Let me share my screen now. Give me a moment, guys. All right. Let me share my screen. All right. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone. And whenever I am explaining something, right, and my screen is not visible or my audio is not clear to anyone, you can tell me directly. Okay. So, first of all, let me introduce myself, okay, so that everybody is aware about me. Hello, everyone. I am Abhishek Agarwal. I have done my graduation in 2016 from NIT Raipur. And after that, I worked in 1.5 year in data analysis, data science field, kind of, right? Just like other people start with data science journey and then right? So in college during that particular time 2016-15 the data science was booming, so people are either doing some website development thing or they are moving to data science. So I'm also kind of a same guy who done some data science course, done some data analysis course, and then I started working as a data analyst, data science kind of a role for 1.5 year. But during that time, I was trying to develop on not on a particularly data science level, but I was doing some reporting and data analysis job. Then I got a opportunity in my company, which was like a dashboarding project using Azure Cloud tool. So I delivered that particular project end to end by myself with couple of 3-4 peoples, right? So we delivered that particular project end to end in 4-5 duration of time, and then I learned Data Factory, Databricks, everything in that particular project. And since then, I'm working in this particular cloud field itself because I got better opportunity in Azure cloud field rather than getting opportunity in the previous things which I have done. And since then, I worked like totally in the cloud field. Like, so I have total 8 to 9 years of experience into Azure cloud domain. I worked extensively in Data Factory, Databricks, Synapse Analytics, and right now I am trying to explore Fabric as well. I basically written all code in PySpark, Spark SQL, Python and SQL, plain SQL, right? So this is pretty much about me. And then I started this teaching journey back in COVID. So few of my friends lost their job in COVID, and then they wanted me to help. So this is not like I started this teaching journey because I wanted to teach, and then it came out of a urgency that yeah, so my friends wanted a help, and then I started helping them, and then they it helped them to switch their profile. And then basically I like that a particular experience when I given a particular person a project overview, they are able to use that project overview to switch their profile. So I felt that this is basically giving some help to my friends. And then I started taking few students from few online portals, right? And then I started helping people, and then I was getting requests from different India as well, from different countries as well. And then during the COVID time, I started helping people. And then it seems that many people needed help, and I was not expecting that. So I helped many people, and then this teaching journey started from that particular journey. And then I helped around 700 people till now to learn cloud field, and then able to migrate, like switch their profile to Azure cloud field. This is what I do as a part-time. I am currently working in Sud in Germany. So after COVID, when office got opened, I started applying jobs in abroad, because I don't want to go to Bangalore again. So I thought of, like, this is an opportunity right now. Let's try to apply jobs again abroad, because Bangalore I can go anyways whenever I want. So then I started applying. I luckily got a job in Germany, and then I moved here. It has been 2 years I'm working here in Sud as a data engineer again. So I try to help people if they want to move abroad. So I have a knowledge around, like, Indian market as well, kind of a European market as well, and then a US market a little bit, well, US market as well, because the people who are from India, like mostly the people are in India, then from US, then from this European market. This is pretty much about me. So now let's try to understand what I do, or what. So I already given my introduction to everyone, right? So now you guys know about me, right? So now it's very important for you guys to understand what I do on day-to-day basis, and then you understand sorry, what you will be doing on day-to-day basis on your job, so that it's clear for you, right? Sometimes people learn data engineering and then they don't know what is data engineer's job, right? So it should be very clear for you what is the role of a data engineer, and it should be very clear for you what is your not role, right? So sometimes people do dashboarding, Power BI, and then they try to learn networking, security, architecture, God knows how many things they want to learn. So, like, and it is okay, right? So I am completely fine if you try to learn, because I totally get it that when you go for a, like, job application, in job application they write so many things that you get confused. So you should also know what you should not focus on right now. Okay, so what is your not, what what is your what you should not do, or like, I'm not saying what so what is the day-to-day job of a data engineer, that should be also very, very clear for you. And what is your not day-to-day job, right? That should be also very, very clear for you. So I will try to highlight that. And then how we will learn and what we will learn, that I will try to clarify after that. And then what are the certification you can do, and how we will learn that. So suppose what will be the basic, like, so suppose whatever topics we will learn, how we will learn that. So I will try to give you that particular picture, and then I will try to help you what kind of a role or a job which you can apply, right? So these are the things which we will try to cover today. Okay. And then if you have any questions, you can ping in the chat. I will try to cover up that particular question, right? And I will also give you the chance between the sessions, so that you can also ask the doubts one on one to me. Okay. So we will follow this, right, one by one, and then we'll try to learn new things. Okay. So first of all, and then sometimes people expect to learn, like, suppose, yeah, so this is Databricks and Spark course, so let's learn Spark architecture only in the first class, right? So everything we will learn, but we will learn everything in a right pace, right? So we'll not rush upon things. We will learn things, but in a right pace. Okay. All right. So now what is the role of a data engineer, right? So let's try to understand that first. Okay. What data engineers do? Data engineers basically work on data processing, data migration, then helping data analyst and data scientist with data requirement. So what is the role of a data engineer? Data engineer's roles are this: data processing, data migration, helping data analysts, data scientists with their data requirement. Okay, what I mean by that. So let's try to see this slide and then try to understand this. Okay. So suppose I will try to give you an example so that it's clear for you. Okay. So suppose is Vinayak is a person who lives in Bangalore and he wants to open a retail store, right? So he opened a retail store and he basically have couple of friends, right? So couple of IT friends are working with him. So he thought of opening a startup and then he opened retail store at 3 places or 5 places, right? That he has done. And in each of the retail store, he basically had a data source. For example, here he stored some data source. Here also he has a data source. Here also he has a data source. Here also he has a data source, right? So every retail store has a particular data stored, right? So that is there, for example. So suppose this retail store computer has PC1, right? And then this particular has a PC2 computer, personal computer 2, PC3, right? And then PC4, right? Similarly, PC5, PC6, right? And in the PC1, somebody is storing the data. So this guy knows MS SQL Server, so he stored the data in MS SQL Server, right? And then this guy doesn't know anything, so he basically stored the data in local file server, right? So that he has done. This guy likes SharePoint, so he stored the data in SharePoint, right? That he has done, for example. I'm just trying to explain what is the job of a day-to-day data engineer so that it's clear for you. So he stored the data in SharePoint, right? SharePoint. And similarly, all these guys share the data in different locations, right? That So all Vinayak and then these 5 friends open retail store, and then all of these 5 friends stored data at different places, right? And then this retail store is running for 2 years, 3 years, it has been happened. And now this guys, now Vinayak basically reached out to all of these people and then said that, hey, our business is growing day by day. So let's do something. Let's try to understand how our business is performing, right? So suppose he basically, what Vinayak wants to do, Vinayak, Vinayak wants to understand sales per business unit. Then he also wants to understand sales by product. He also wants to understand sales by employee ID, right? So that he also wants to understand. So he wants to understand all of this, right? So to do this, Vinayak is reaching out to all of these people and then trying to get the data, right? So suppose Vinayak has some sort of a storage, right, which he has created. And then he is trying to get the data from all of these guys to this system, right? And then so to calculate this, what Vinayak needs to do, Vinayak basically needs to pull the data, right, from all of this system, and manually he's doing that, right? So it's His life is currently difficult, so he's basically trying to get the data from all of this system, trying to move the data over here, right? That is what he's trying to do. And now daily he's doing, because suppose this retail store is closed. Suppose today for 6th June it is closed. So he need to pull the data so he is telling all these people to move the data over here, and then so that Vinayak can aggregate and do analysis, which is making his life difficult. So Vinayak basically reached out to me and then said that, hey Abhishek, these are the 5-6 data sources I have, and then you are a data engineer, so you might assist me on this. So I am trying to collate all the data, and then I'm trying to understand all these KPIs in the night daily, which is creating my life difficult, right? So making my life difficult. So how I can resolve this? So I said him that this is a basic data engineering problem. So basic data engineering use case in which you have a data at different places. You are trying to load the data manually. You are trying to load the data, right? And also you are trying to manually transform the data. And then you are also manually trying to report the data in some ways, which is basically difficult for you, right? So ideally this job can be automated by the help of a data engineer and data analyst, right? So two people you need, and probably an infra guy who can design the infrastructure for you, and then you can solve this problem. So Vinayak said, can you help me with this, right? So I told him that I can help you with moving the data from point A to point B, that I can do for you. And also I can make some pipelines to transform the data, that I can do, but I cannot like help you with the Power BI requirement, because that is, you need to hire a data analyst who can help you with that, right? And also you need a particular guy who can design an infrastructure for you and make sure that your data leakage is not happening, or your security, your data is not like hacked by your any sort of a competitor, right? So that is also not happening. So to make sure that, you need a particular architecture guy who can basically design architecture for you, and then a admin architecture, a kind of admin guy who can basically help you with all sort of a networking and security, right? So that also I cannot help you. So he need couple of more people with him, right, to assist. But I will go into those details, what are roles of those guys, right? So that you also know what are the different roles which you have in the cloud environment. But ideally you need these people. You need a source guy, sorry, you need a data analyst, you need an architect, you also need an admin, and you need a data engineer, right? So but data engineer job is to move the data, which means that suppose if you want to move yourself from point A to point B, you need a taxi which can pick up you and then drop you, right? Similarly, if you want to move the data from point A to point B, and if you want to do it automated manner, day to day, daily the pipelines are running, you need to have a particular orchestration tool which can do the job. So a particular orchestration you need, and that is the extraction, that is a load, and that is a transformation. So data engineer job is to do this: extract, transform, and load, which is a data processing, means you process the data, and you also migrate the data, means move the data, processing and data migration. And also you need to basically help data analyst and a data scientist with the requirement. So data analyst will come to you and say that, hey, I need this and that data, can you provide me that data? So your job is to reach out to source people, try to understand where you can get it, move it for them, and then make it ready so that they can make a business decisions or dashboarding on top of it. That is what the data engineer will do. So what the data engineer will do, data engineer will always and always find right data for data analyst and data scientist. So you will always and always work very closely. So in the projects, like 7, 8 projects, which whatever I have done, I have always and always worked with data analyst and data scientist, right? So in past 2, 3 years or 4 years, whenever I am working, I always and always worked with data analyst and data scientist. Either I am helping data analyst or I am helping data scientist. So my job is to also create a ETL pipeline, means extract, transform, and load pipeline, means data extract means data extraction, transform in data processing. Load means loading to a particular source. Building data marts means building data models, data marts, creating pipelines, addressing code data. So suppose data analysts will say that, hey, this data quality is bad, or this particular data is not in the proper format, or I am expecting data till current date, but your data is only for 2 years, or I'm missing the data for 2022, anything of that sort, data analyst can say you, and then you need to correct the quality. Make sure the code quality is good. Make sure that cost is optimized. Make sure the data pipeline is working properly. Make sure the data governance policy and everything is proper. Make sure the data lineage is proper. You need to document everything, right? What is not data engineering? Data engineering is not working on ML models, ML deployment, creating dashboard reports, creating CI/CD pipelines, creating front-end application, managing infrastructure security, right? And then writing code or managing operations outside the scope of like web development, mobile application development. All of that is not data engineering. So you will never and never, you can work on it because company sometimes company to save some cost, they don't hire these guys like DevOps people. They will not hire. They will tell you to do the job. But ideally, you should not focus on learning CI/CD pipeline first. You should focus on learning data engineering things first, right? So that is the job of a data engineer. That is what you will do on day-to-day basis, okay? So data engineer and so data processing and data migration. So first of all, you will work on data processing and also you'll work on data migration, right? As I told. So now if you see over here, when you work on data migration and when you work on data processing, the two main tools which you can use, right? So suppose in Amazon you have S3 and then to storage we use S3 and then you have like glue to basically move the data. So similarly over here you have Synapse Analytics pipeline to move the data, data factory pipelines to move the data, or you have data fabric to move the data. So there are three things which you can use to move the data, which is ideally a data migration, right? And for transformation, you can use Databricks, or you can use SQL stored procedure, or you can use ADF flows, right? That you can use. So we will be mostly focusing on learning data processing and data migration. That is what we will learn on, where that is what we'll focus on learning, right? We will not focus on learning many things. We will focus on learning what is important, right? Because learning is an endless process, right? Why? Because I am still learning, guys. So learning is an endless learning is an endless process. So you ideally like we first of all need to focus on learning important things so that we land up a job quickly uh, rather than basically because uh, if you focus on important things and then get a job quickly, that is better rather than like learning for 6 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, right? So we will only focus on important things and we'll cover up all the important things which is necessary to get a job and also necessary to do day-to-day job, right? So I will make sure like in 8 years or 7 years data engineering experience which I have, whatever day-to-day task which I am doing, right? So sometimes after certain project which you deliver, you try to do redundant things, right? So you also know some of you are already technical. So I will try to make sure that you already know what are the things I do on day-to-day basis, and I will try to teach you that, okay? So we will learn those things because interview question, everything will come from there. But we'll mostly focus on data factory and Databricks with additional knowledge of Synapse, additional knowledge of Fabric. That is what we'll do, right? All right, so that is the job of a data engineer. Day-to-day basis, job of a data engineer is to do data processing and data migration. For data processing, the either you process data in SQL or you process data in Databricks, or you can do data movement in data factory. Right? So this is what we will focus on. Okay. So these are the tools which are important, right? So you have a data factory, which is important. Then you have like your Synapse Analytics, which is important. Then you have Databricks, right? So as I told you, we will focus on Databricks, data factory, and little bit of SQL, right? To understand SQL. And then you have data lakes, right? So all of these tools will focus on, but mainly data factory, Databricks, right? So that is what we'll focus on. Okay. So, all right. So these are the tools you should focus on to basically learn, right? Now, what are the different roles which is present, right? So beside data engineer, what are the different role which is present? So let's try to understand that. So as I told you that suppose your data is present in different location, MySQL server, file server, right? So your data is present in the different location, and then you need to migrate the data to a particular cloud storage, right? So that is a requirement. So whenever you have a requirement, you ideally a particular project manager will take that requirement. So project manager will take all the requirement which you have. Suppose Vinayak basically will first of all need a project manager who will basically understand his requirement, give that requirement to data architect. He will design the architecture diagram how that particular problem statement can be solved. For example, how Vinayak can basically get the report day-to-day basis, all of this report, right? All of this report, like sales per business unit, sales per product, sales per business ID, how Vinayak Retail can get that information on day-to-day basis, that project manager will understand, okay? So project manager will, so suppose this is the problem, aggregate or centralize data points, then understand gross sales, future sales, and all of that. So that project manager will understand the problem and then accordingly communicate the problem to a data architect. Data architect will create a architecture diagram to solve that particular problem, right? And then you need a data engineer. So to basically do the step which I just told you, right? To basically develop like a pipeline, data analyst will basically, once the data is prepared, data analyst job is to data analyst job is to create this Power BI report. That is what data analyst will do. Okay. Now, the data admin will take care of infrastructure and security. So data architect will design the architecture, but admin job is to manage the infrastructure and security and make sure that the authentication or authorization is properly handled and everything, right? So that admin will do. So suppose if you have 6 developers, all the developer intra ID is managed, or all the developer are able to log in properly, the infrastructure is secure, all of that the admin will do. Then if you're working on a like a dashboarding project, then you need a data analyst. But if you're working on a predictive analytics project, which means that you want to understand what will be the future sales, if you want to understand what will be the future outcome, right? So then you are working on a predictive analytics, which data scientists will do, right? So that is a job, that are different roles. So ideally in a particular project you need 2-3 data engineers depending upon how much is the data size, right? So you need 2-3 data engineers, one DevOps engineer, two data analyst, one admin, one data scientist, or 2 data scientists, depending upon how much data you are dealing with. Okay. So suppose you're dealing with like 100 tables, 150 tables, or so in that case, your team size should be big enough, right? So this will be the day-to-day, like these are the people with whom you will ideally work, okay? In general, right? But there can be other roles as well, but in general, you'll work on you will work with these peoples, okay? Now you will always and always develop in a particular scrum cycle. For example, like so the people who are working on agile methodologies, okay, so here they basically you always create like your project in a sprint cycle. So here you will try to, so the people who doesn't know about agile methodology, try to just Google about it, try to see about it, right? What is this? Because here you always divide your requirement into different steps. For example, in sprint 1, we will try to connect these data sources, right? So that can be the sprint 1. Sprint 2 is try to move the data to one of the sources. That can be sprint 2, right? Or sprint 1 can be getting the data requirement, right? So you try to break down all the steps by 14 days sprint or 20 days sprint, or however your company follows it, and then you try to basically develop the whole project sprint by sprint. That is what you do. Okay. That is the job of a data engineer. So what is the job of a data engineer? Data engineer will do extract, transform, and load. And then we will not focus on networking security in our projects. Whenever we are doing a project, We will try to create data factory. We will try to create data bricks. We will try to create a storage account. We will try to create like Snap server, right? All of that we will do. But ideally, you will not do that in your company because that is being done by admin or a architect, right? You will not do it. But when we are doing that over here, we'll try to do it, but we'll not try to go into the networking side of it or on the security side of it. That we will not do. Okay. All right. Now, now anybody has any question till here? Let me check the chat if you have any question.
Abhishek, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have worked in, the ETL tools like Informatica. So in what way, like this Azure data engineering or else this ADF is providing the extra benefit or advantage comparing to the other ETL tools, right? Because all this ETL process has been already established in a project. In case if they have to completely transfer that into as either Azure or AWS, it's a big investment from company point of view, right? So, like, what is the benefit as actually this Azure is suffering?
How your question is how Azure data engineering is better than like your Informatica you're saying, right?
Yeah, correct. So that should be some kind of benefit or else advantage comparing to other existing tools in the market, right?
Mm-hmm. Um, like, so you are working on on-premise service in Informatica or you're working on which service in
I'm
Informatica?
actually working in Informatica Cloud. It can talk to Salesforce and then even DynamoDB also.
So it is IICS
Yeah,
Cloud
correct.
Native Power
Yeah, correct.
Center.
Hmm.
Okay.
IICS Cloud.
Uh, okay. All right. So in Power Center, you have this suppose pay as you go subscription or because I am not aware about Power Center, I'm just
Okay.
asking you
Yeah.
some
In
questions. So
IICS, we have different subscription, but
so
basically we
suppose you
can.
have the pay as you go kind of a subscription or you take like a costly license or those kind of a thing. So you take a computer like a pay as you go subscription means how much you use services, you pay for that ideally.
No, it's actually a license for kind of a combo of products. Combo of
Uh-huh.
products means like it can basically for
So
AP.
that is bit costly, right? So here the here you have a pay as you go subscription. So basically whenever you use a service, you ideally pay for it accordingly, right? That you do, which is not there in your Power Center, so which has a license, right? And
Yeah,
then
that
in
yeah
Power
that
Center, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, go
that
ahead.
I understand, but my simple question is all this ETL processes has been already established by other ETL tools also, right? So if we are going to do the same kind of ETL process, only thing is the underlying database or else the data platform is different. But end of the day, the process is going to be the same. So like if that is the case, like how Azure is offering, in what way it is offering the extra bit of advantage?
Abhishek, to answer your question, right?
Hmm.
So can Informatica process like 10 GB file, 100 GB file? See, if the
For
input is huge,
Is
I
it
think
is it
Informatica will not be able to process it.
yes. I think Informatica will not be able to do distributed computing, right? See,
No,
Mm.
no. The
Mm.
question is the how much input, like would it be able to process like 100 GB file? So something
Mm.
when the data is too huge, data engineering will be able to process them.
Okay. Yeah. That is what I just want to know. Because there are already a number of ETL tools, right? So how Azure is different from that?
so
But
like yes, go ahead. Somebody saying something.
yeah, hi, hi. This is Rama. See, actually, in the real time, right? There is no comparison. It's every vendor they go by the use case and the license cost most of the time actually. And what is the legacy system you have? Uh, people are using Informatica most of the time when we're dealing with the world because that's a well established and almost it's a every time number one in the Gantt chart or using it. So it's well established tool actually. I think Databricks, what I say, and even not only Databricks, even if you say Snowflake, and when it deals with cloud technologies, right? They are allowing you to choose your processing power. Even by user, you can choose what is your processing power. Hey, can I go with a little smaller size of the processing, or like what is my RAM, ROM? All this, like they are allowing you to choose that dynamically. I don't think so. Traditional VTLs have that capability actually. Like, and then as mentioned, like pay as you go. Then means that's what it is. Like it lets you select your processing, and it lets you select what is your size of warehouse, or what like how to proceed your transformation actually. It's not like parallel transformation for everything.
Mhm. And Informatica Power Center, I think, needs not it's not serverless Spark or dedicated pool kind of a thing, which can scale down, scale up, and also at the same time, like modern data processing, like creating delta lake or creating like streaming process, those kind of a thing is not possible in Informatica, is from my understanding, I think so.
Yeah, correct.
But I am not from Informatica background ideally, so I don't know IICS, that tool which you use, but from my understanding, that won't be possible over there. And then you cannot create like a lake house component so suppose, let me show you something. Let me go here, lake house. So this is a modern data lakehouse platform. So over here, what is this lakehouse? So suppose you have a structured, unstructured, semi-structured, all kind of a data coming. So what you can do, you can create a lakehouse. Like you can store any kind of a data in data lake, that you can do, right? And on top of that itself, you can create your lakehouse, and then you can do your BI reporting, your analytics, stream analytics, you can do data science, you can do ML algorithm. And then that is, so suppose when you use Databricks, right? So here in your Databricks, ideally everything like a BI reporting or a stream analytics or a data science or machine learning is possible on top of one stop storage layer, which is your lakehouse. And then this is a modern data lakehouse architecture, which has been followed in different companies right now, and I'm also implementing that right now, right, in my company from 2 to 3 years now. So here you have one stop solution which can do stream processing, which can do data science, which can do BI reporting, and also it can basically do ML algorithm and data science as well. So that won't be possible in the Informatica, is from my understanding, right? So that won't be possible. So now I will try to take a bit like I will just try to go to a second topic from here. Anybody has any question on this, guys? Otherwise, I will try to go bit. I will try to give a bit more explanation here. Yes.
Uh, No, apart from that, I have one question, Mr. Abhishek. See, why you name it as Azure Databricks? I mean, is that the course itself driven related to Azure only, or it's not another clouds actually?
So the
No, it's
course,
my first session. I'm just trying to
yeah. So
understand the
in
direction
this,
of the
so
course.
yeah. So let me try to give you a picture. So I will go here. The people who attended first session, I will try to give them a picture about things so that it's clear for everyone. Where is that? Yeah, Azure training. Okay. All right, guys. So here, if you see, currently we are currently what we are targeting to learn in this particular course. Okay, so first of all, let me try to just give you overview so that it's understood and it's clear for everyone. So we right now understood what is the role of a data engineer, that we understood. Okay, now to learn that role of a data engineer, we are focusing mostly. So data engineering role can be ideally learned in Informatica. Also, people are doing a data engineer job, right? And then in AWS as well, you can ideally do data engineer job, right? In some ways, you can do the data engineer job in Snowflake as well. But we are mainly targeting in this particular course Azure data engineering profile, right? And now why we are targeting Azure data engineering profile, you can anyways target like a AWS data engineer profile. You can also target GCP data engineer profile, right? You can also learn Informatica and try to target like Informatica cloud tool, right? Whatever you want to learn. And here we have courses around that as well, right? So here you have SAP training, and you can see that few of the courses, Snowflake training is also there. So we offer all kinds of a training over here, right? So it is your area of interest, right? But now I am a Azure data engineer from past 8 years or 9 years, right? I am basically trying to teach Azure data engineering role. So I will be assisting you to learn here Azure data engineering profile. That is what we will target. Okay. And now now somebody can say, Abhishek, why you are basically how I can choose which particular course to go for if I am not aware about it, right? I will say all the cloud technology is good. Ideally, you can go and learn any sort of a cloud technology, right? But I am in this particular cloud domain from past 8 years. So from the job perspective, I feel that Azure has a good like job openings and those things in market. And at the same time, I am a bit biased here because I'm here from past 8 years. So here all the data engineers selecting right cloud platform is crucial, while AWS and GCP is also good. But Azure has its own advantage because Azure, the Microsoft has a good integration with Office, and then every company uses a Microsoft product, and then they have a very good investment with OpenAI as well. And then I have many points to prove that why Azure is better. But like again, I will say that you will find this comparison with so suppose Azure has a good integration, like a seamless integration with Office, and then it has a very good investment with OpenAI as well, right? So I feel Azure has an edge over other clouds, right? But all the clouds are good. You just need to choose one cloud and then start with that, right? And then if you are confused that which particular cloud to go for, ideally you can also go to Naukri.com profile. You can just like try to understand and find Azure data engineering profile here, and then you will see job openings, many job openings over here. So that is why I suggest Azure data engineering role. So we basically understood in the cloud there are many job profiles or data engineering job profiles which you can ideally target. But here in this particular course, we will be particularly focusing on Azure cloud technology. Why? Because I am from Azure background, and Azure has a future. And also Azure has basically Microsoft has a good partnership with OpenAI, and then Microsoft, every company uses a Microsoft product. Then it's easy for Microsoft to market, right? Now now somebody can again ask that, hey Abhishek, in this particular course what we will be learning. Okay, so as I told previously that Azure data engineer profile is mostly centered around data migration and data processing, right? That is what a particular data engineer will do, right? So here in this particular course, we have the three kinds of courses which we offer. So one is Azure Data Engineering course, one is Azure Databricks and course, and one is a combined course in which both are included. Okay. So what is the difference between each and one of the course, right? So let's try to understand that a bit. Yes.
A
Somebody
quick
wants to say
question.
something. Yeah.
See, the Databricks is cloud independent, right? Like it can be used in the AWS or Azure.
Yes.
So
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right.
okay.
Yes, you're right. All right, guys. So now in Azure Data Engineering course, what we will be learning, right? So in Azure Data Engineering course, as I told, right, over here we have many tools: Azure Data Factory, Data Lake, SQL DB, Databricks, DevOps, Synapse Analytics, right? So all of the tools are here. But to learn data migration, when you are trying to learn data migration, for example, when I'm trying to migrate the data, right? So I'm just trying to go over here now. Here I was taking example of Vinayak Retail, and Vinayak Retail wants to migrate data from point A to point B, right? When you want to do that, when you want to move the data from point A to point B, you can use a migration tool, right? And your migration tool, which is ideally a data factory here, doesn't need any sort of a coding, right? So you don't need to write SQL, you don't need to write Python, and then you can do the migration, right? That you can do here by using a code-free tool, which is a data factory tool. So here you don't need to write any sort of a code, and then you can migrate, right? So the people who are here, right, and then the people who are basically joining this particular class for the first time, and if you don't know SQL and you don't know Python, right, you don't know any sort of a coding knowledge, then you can basically start learning data factory in that particular case. Okay, so I will try to show you the so here if I open data factory, right? And if I open data factory over here, if I go to the blob storage, if I open copy data activity over here, I can configure my source, I can configure my scenes, and I can move the data. So the people who don't know any sort of a coding, right, and they can start with data factory, which is a data migration tool that they can start with. Okay. So in Azure Data Engineering course, which we have over here, right, which I was opening before, right, in Raj Informatica. So the Azure Data Engineering course is mostly centered around data factory, right? That is what we will learn in Azure Data Engineering course. So 60-70% we learn about data factory in that particular course. And then we learn a little bit of Databricks concept as well, little bit of warehousing concept as well, right? And then we learn about Fabric as well in Azure Data Engineering course, which is centered around data factory, data migration, made for the people who are doesn't know any sort of a coding. Now, Databricks is basically a tool which is centered around data processing. Okay, so here we will learn mostly data processing, like big data processing, distributed computing, how the distributed computing framework works, right? All of that we will learn over here, right? So if you know SQL or if you know Python, you can do this particular course, right? This course is for people. So suppose you can do individual course if you are if you are 2-3 years of experience guy, 1 year of experience guy, right? Then people expect less for you, so less with you, right? So you can basically learn either data migration or data processing, and then you can get a job. But if you're an experienced guy, right, if you're a 3-4 year experienced guy, then you should know both in a detailed manner to switch your profile. So here it's a combined course in which we learn Databricks and also we learn data engineering. So first we'll start with Databricks, then we'll learn data engineering. So this is the batch which we are starting right now. Okay. Now what will be covered in each one of the course. So let's try to understand that so that you are also onboarded on that. Okay. So if I open like Azure Data Engineering course, right? So the data factory course, which I highlighted over here in this particular course, we will be learning about cloud basics, right? So what is cloud basic? What is the storage fundamental? How to migrate the data? What is full load pipeline? What is delta load pipeline? How to do monitoring, how to do DevOps practices, how to set up a key vault, how to do data model design, how to trigger email trigger, right? How to set up a email trigger, right? And then Databricks basics we will learn, and then we learn about Synapse Analytics. Then we will learn about Fabric, right? All of these tools we will learn, right? And then we will do two to three projects in this, right? So these are the architecture diagram of the project. Let me show you that as well. So this is the first architecture diagram. So we will try to do this architecture diagram, complete this architecture diagram in the project. This is the second architecture diagram we will do in this particular project. And this is the third architecture diagram we will complete in this particular project, right? Now, in this particular course, which is the Databricks and Spark course, we will learn about Spark and Spark in a detailed manner. Okay, so that is what we will learn in this particular course. So let me show you that as well. So here we will learn about Databricks and Spark, Databricks overview, Databricks architecture, cluster creation, RDD data frame, Spark UI, data pandas, PySpark, how to convert pandas to PySpark, unmanaged table, managed table, types of view, how to process different kinds of file, right? All of that we will learn. And then we'll learn about JDBC connector, Databricks CLI, Spark UI, Unity catalog, SCD implementation, Lakehouse architecture, Magellan architecture. So I was telling you that this architecture diagram and this architecture diagram, right? How to create all of that, that we will learn. And then what is predicate push down, projection push down, short merge join, broadcast join, all of that we will learn. And then we will do these two projects. So we'll do this Lakehouse project, which is basically this particular project, a modern Lakehouse project we will do. And then we will do this particular project, okay? Now you can also opt for a like this course if you are experienced guy, right? So you can go for this course. So summary about everything is this is what we will do. Okay, so let me try to give you a summary so that you are onboarded. So over here, if you see, right, in Azure Data Engineering course, you get 3 years of experience. In Databricks also you get 3 years of experience. But if you are more than 3 years of experience, go for a combined course. In data engineering, we learn ADF basic to advanced, Databricks basic to mid, Synapse and Fabric basic to mid, warehousing basic to mid. In Databricks and Spark, we learn Databricks basic to advanced, Spark basic to advanced, Unity catalog modeling architecture. In combined course, we do both. So first we will learn. So here it's written wrong. First we'll learn Databricks and Spark, and then we'll learn data engineering. Here you do 3 projects. Here also you do 3 projects. Here we do 5 projects, right? Here we learn data migration, full load, delta load. Here we learn Databricks and Spark in a detailed manner. So we are focusing on distributed computing in Databricks and Spark course. And in combined course, we learn both. For Databricks and Spark, you need a basic knowledge about SQL and Python. You don't need both because Spark code can be written in PySpark or in Spark SQL, right? So both can be written. So if you know one, that is enough. You know, you can learn basics of other language and then you can do this. For Azure Data Engineering course, you don't need any sort of a coding language. So if you don't know coding, then that is fine. You can still do Azure Data Engineering course. Now, if your salary expectation is more than 15 LPA, right? So go for a combined course, or if you're an experienced guy, go for a combined course. Because if you're switching, people have a more expectation for you. And then if you have 1-2 years of experience guy, choose either one of the course because that will save you cost, right? And also save you time, right? So this is pretty much brief about the different courses, right? All right. Now, anybody has any question on this? Or I hope it's clear. Do we need to know Python for the combined course? You don't need Python for the combined course. You need to be good with one of the language. That is what I will say. You need to be good with one of the language, either SQL or Python. If you're good with SQL, you can start. Anybody has any question, guys, which you want to ask? Okay, so I am just checking the chat. If you have any question, you can type your question in the chat. Will you teach Spark loading in combined course? Are we covering Spark, Kafka, Airflow? So I will teach Spark. So see, guys, Airflow is a different orchestration tool. Okay, so if you learn Data Factory, you don't need to learn Airflow again, right? So that is also orchestration tool. But I will teach you Spark. I will not go into Kafka. We little bit of learn about batch processing, but will not go into the stream processing in a detailed manner. Okay. And why we will not go into the stream processing in a detailed manner? Reason being that, as I told before, you need to focus on learning important things first. Okay. I will teach you scenario based question and answer. You are right. Let me see a few more questions. Will teach Spark loading into data frame and database course? Yes, I will teach you that. During training, you will provide scenario-based question and answer. So, yes, I will be providing the scenario-based question and answer during my training. I will tell you what are the scenario-based question can be asked, and I will provide the answers for that as well. Yes, you're right. Will you teach Spark loading to data into Hive? And yes, so I will teach you Spark loading in Hive, and also I will teach you Spark loading in Unity Catalog, both of the things. I am new to Spark. What level of? So suppose I will teach you. So 1 month we will completely learn about Spark and Spark detail. So here, if you see the course curriculum, right? Here we are first of all covering about Spark optimization. Then we are covering about UDF. Then we are covering about Catalyst optimizer. Then we're covering about DF, how to understand the Spark UI, right? And then we are covering about directed acyclic graph, handling complex JSON, predicate push down, projection push down, and then repartition coalesce, then autoloader as well we are covering, which is not written over here. Then we are covering about Z ordering. Then we are also covering cluster by a framework which recently came. So it is basically 650 to 60% Spark, and then you need to also understand how to create cluster in Databricks, right? What are the different DB command of Databricks, right? So it's centered around Spark architecture. And if you learn this, you can use this knowledge to apply anywhere, right? So suppose Databricks is not a tool of Azure, right? So you have a AWS Databricks as well. You have a GCP Databricks as well. So you can apply to any job related to Databricks anywhere, right? So you have a AWS Databricks as well. You have a GCP Databricks as well. So you can apply to any job related to Databricks anywhere, right? That also you can do. All right. Let me check the chat again if somebody has any question. Will you teach scenario-based question? Yes, I will be providing scenario-based question and answer. All right. So let me go into this now. We learned about what is the role, what is not the role of a data engineer. That also learn what we will learn during the course, right? That also I have given an overview about the Azure Data Engineering course and Databricks and Spark course, right? What are the certificate you can do? Let me try to onboard you on that. So after doing this particular course curriculum, which is a combined course curriculum, you can do AZ 900, you can also do DP 900, you can also do Lakehouse Fundamental, you can also do Azure Data Engineer Associate certificate, right? That also you can do. In the professional certificate, only you cannot do the streaming part, right? Because we need to focus on batch processing. And as a data engineer, I also learned first batch processing. And then you go and learn the stream processing. So we learn then this certificate is expired right now, which is replaced by Fabric, but I don't suggest you do the Fabric certificate right now because that is not being used in the production environment. But you can do all of this certificate. So suppose if you take a Databricks course only, then you can do this associate certificate and also Lakehouse fundamental certificate. Okay. All right. How we will learn? So suppose, as I told you that I basically will help you end to end. Reason being, I will basically help you with whenever you want to apply to any sort of a job, what are the things you basically need, right? You need a good resume, right? You need a projects to be done, right? And then you need relevant skill set. And then like you need some interview preparation. So I will help you with everything. I will first of all, we will do projects, we'll learn relevant skill set. Every class will happen practically. Every day we will learn something new, right? Which I will give you a notebook. I will try to explain something practically. And then I teach you what I do, right? And then I will help you to write these projects in your resume. And then I will give you the interview question so that you can prepare for the course, right? Sorry, for the interview. And then I will try to help you how to introduce yourself, how to explain the project, what are the technical challenges you faced in the project, and what are the technical challenges which I faced in the project that you can explain. What are the scenario based question can be asked to you. I will explain those things which you can also answer. Like I will give you the answer so that you can also prepare for it. So it's an end-to-end help ideally with skill gaining, project doing, and then preparing for the interview, resume building. It's an end-to-end help, right? So that is what I will do. All right. Which course is best choosing for fresher? You can, if you know coding, you can go for a Databricks and Spark course. And if you don't know coding, you can go for Azure Data Engineering course. Can we do certification similarly while learning this course? Yes, as you finish, then after that you can do, not in parallel. What is a unique feature in Databricks compared to all ETL tool? So suppose what is a unique feature in Databricks? Suppose if I go to Databricks slide, as I already mentioned in the past, in Databricks, you can do everything. You can do data warehousing, data engineering, stream processing, data science, everything at one stop solution. And it is created by creators of Apache Spark. So suppose if I type Spark over here, right? Spark is a modern data. So suppose what is Spark? Uh, like Wikipedia. So Spark is basically create open source unified engine for large scale data processing, right? So it helps you to do the distributed computing. And then Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark. Okay, so it is much more mature tool when it comes to distributed computing framework, right? And then your Databricks is created by creators of Apache Spark itself. And here you can basically do data warehousing, data engineering, stream processing, and data science and ML algorithm at one-stop solution for everything, right? So that is why Databricks is important. Yes, I will explain salting in Spark. All right, guys. I think I have answered all of the question. And I think you have overview about all the courses, right? So Karthik, I think you can go forward now. You can basically for combined course, only prerequisite is you should know either one of the language SQL and Python. And I will also, Karthik will guide you if you don't know SQL and Python, what you can do, right? So Karthik will guide you about it. Karthik, you can basically share your screen and then guide people now. All right. Anybody has any question, guys, which I want to, which I can answer? I will teach basics of Hadoop, right? Not in detail of Hadoop, right? Because that is not required to go into the Hadoop, right? Karthik, are you there? We are starting from Monday. We are starting the course. Uh, As I told, streaming will be covered in basics, not in detailed manner. Streaming won't be covered in the detailed manner, and then that is not also required. So as I told you guys, don't focus on learning many things. Focus on learning what is important, and then get a job, and then you basically keep on learning, right? But don't focus on learning too many things. Focus on learning what is important, and we will learn what is important, which is stream batch processing first, and then basics of stream processing are enough. All right. All right. Anybody has any question, guys? You can type your question in the chat if you have any. Uh, All right, guys. Anybody has a question? You can type in the chat if you have question. Anybody has any question, guys, which I can answer? Somebody has written very valid question that, hey, they are asking you CI/CD pipeline reporting. Guys, see, many people are again typing what I already explained in the beginning. I can teach you everything, guys. So see, I can teach you CI/CD pipeline as well. I can also teach you Tableau as well. I can also teach you Power BI as well. I can also teach you streaming as well. I can also teach you data migration as well. I can also teach you data processing as well. I can also teach you data bricks as well. I can also teach you Airflow as well. But question is, can you learn everything and get a job? Answer is no. Reason being that it's very difficult to learn everything, then get a job. So focus on learning what is important as per the current role, which I can tell you. Reason being, I am working as Azure data engineer for past 8 years. So we will learn data bricks, we will learn data factory, we will learn data processing, we will learn data migration, that to batch processing, which is enough to get the job. That I can assure you, because I have switched your profile multiple times in India, and also I got a job in Germany. And so I know European market, I know Indian market, so that is doable. So just focus on learning this rather than focusing on many things. All right, Raj, I think, sorry, Karthik, I think you can share your screen. Are you
Yes,
there?
Abhishek, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So I hope like you have cleared all your technical questions, right? So if you have any technical questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask, please. If you're unable to unmute, you can text also here. Hitesh, I'll just confirm you the timings. Just wait, okay? Just wait, I'll just confirm you the timings, okay? Yeah, so any questions from anyone? Like Abhishek, I'm not sure this question is taken or not. So there is a question from Bharat. So will I get a job only Databricks, like without taking any data engineering, without any past data engineering background? He's asking. Abhishek, are you available?
Yes, I am available. So you can get a job by learning only Databricks and Spark if your expectation is up to 15 LPA, and then you want to show 1 year, 2 years of experience, then it is okay. But if you want to show like 4 5 years of experience and then you want to basically target more than 15 LPA, then I suggest you to learn Data Factory and also Databricks. Learn both. That is better.
So in US market, like he's asking, like how it will be.
In all the market, ideally, if you can learn both, you anyways open more opportunity if you know both. But yeah, so like suppose if you learn Data Factory and if you learn Databricks, you anyways have a better job opportunity and better opening which you can apply and get a job. But suppose if you want to have an entry level of job, and if you know Databricks and Spark in a detailed manner, that is also enough, is what I'm trying to say.
So, and there is a
All right.
question from Akash.
Yeah.
For new job roles, they are expecting
I
CI/CD.
already answered. I already answered.
Okay, okay. So if you haven't answered any questions, okay, so can you just copy paste the text in the chat again, please? So if you haven't received any answer for your questions, you can just like copy paste the same message again in the chat box, please. Okay, so hope you have cleared all your questions, right? Okay, so let me explain you about the, like as I said, there is a special offer going on, and I'll just like explain you like how the offer will be and how the prices and like what is the schedule for this and everything. I'll just like explain you now. So now like see Azure course, like we have planned it for 4 months. Okay, the first part will be Azure Data Bricks with Spark, big data processing using Databricks and Spark. So this is the course, and this course duration is 2 months. Okay, this course duration is 2 months, and the fee will be 20,000 rupees. Okay, and after completion of Azure Databricks, okay, so again, like there will be another module that is Azure Data Engineering. So this course duration is also 2 months, and fee will be 20,000 rupees. If someone want to go for both the courses, okay, the package for Azure Databricks and Azure Data Engineering, this course duration will be 4 months, and the fee will be, there is a 5,000 of discount you will be getting as you are going for the two courses here, and your price will be just 35,000 rupees only. Okay, so as I said, there is some special offer is waiting for you. Just wait for the moment. I'll just like explain you like what is the offer and all. Okay, so this course duration, Azure Databricks course duration is 2 months. 45 to 50 hours will be the training, and the timings of the sessions are evening 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. Okay, so evening 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. IST. So this is the class timing, and the weekly schedule is so we have 4 days in a week. 4 days in a week we have classes, that is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, so Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday you will be having holidays. Okay, Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday you will be having holidays. So you will be having a time to practice for every two classes. Every two classes you will get a break. You can practice well here. Okay, and as I said, the fee will be 20,000 rupees. In this Azure Databricks program, we are going to cover 3 real-time projects. Each and every session we are going to record, and we are going to share it with you. You can access these recordings for lifetime. Both the recordings and material will be given to you. So both recording and materials you can access for lifetime. Batches started today already. This is the first session. This is our first session. Next session will be on Monday. Next session will be on Monday. Okay. So there is a complementary course as well. There is a complementary course as well. So to learn these Azure Databricks, you must have knowledge on Oracle or Python. So we are providing the complementary course Oracle and SQL here. So these are the topics that we will be covering here in Oracle SQL. So these are like 10 videos will be there. These are not live sessions, these are recordings. Okay, as this is a complimentary course, we are providing these classes for recordings. Okay, 10 videos are available, 15 plus hours of content is there, so you can complete these as early as possible to understand the Databricks classes. Okay, so if you enroll today, so the next session will be on Monday, right? That will be on 9th. So Saturday and Sunday you can complete it easily. Okay, so in these classes, like we have explained you very clearly from what is data, how to create a table, and how to like insert the data. So each and every concept from a very basic level we have started, and all these topics are covered here. Got it? Yes. For the registration process, you can contact us on these two numbers. Okay, so one number we mentioned here in the website, that is 8105296858. Okay, this is the one, and the second one is 63616 I'm just sharing these two numbers with you on the chat. Okay, you can just take a screenshot, or you can just click on the contact and you can save as well. Okay, so these two are the WhatsApp and calling numbers we have. So if you get any information from these two numbers, okay, you can feel it as this is a genuine information from Raj Cloud Technologies. Got it? Yes. And as I said, there is some special offer is available for you. Okay, so this is a special offer. I'm just showing on the website itself directly. Okay, so this is the one. So flat 15% offer is available. Flat 15% is available on all our trainings. Okay, so this is what the discount that we are offering, 15% discount actually. So your course prices will be, I'll just show you the course prices how it will be. So after applying the 15% discount here for the Azure Databricks program, you are going to get a discount of 3,000 rupees. Okay, and your course price will be only 17,000 rupees. Okay, if you want to go with the only data engineering also, same thing will apply. So you'll get a 3,000 rupees discount, and your price will be 17,000 rupees. So here you'll get more discount here. Why? Because like see, we have already provided a 5,000 rupees of discount. I'm not giving the offer on both 20 on both 40,000 rupees course. Okay, on 35,000 rupees again on top of this, you are going to get a 15% discount. Okay, then your course price will be just 29,750 rupees. This will be your course price. Got it? If someone who want to enroll for the both Azure Databricks and Azure Data Engineering 4 months program, you can go for it. You can save more. You can save more and you can go for it. Got it? So I'll just like show you, like we accept all the payment modes. We accept all the payment modes. If you want to go with a UPI ID, this is the UPI ID. Sorry, this is the UPI number. This is the UPI number. So using this number, you can make the payment and you can proceed further. You can just like make the payment here and you can just share your screenshot on these WhatsApp numbers so that your registration will be started. If you want to enroll from the website directly, okay, so this is the website. In the courses section, this is the home page actually. If you just open rajinformatica.com, this page will open. Okay, so in the home page, click on courses, click on Azure training here. Click on Azure training here. Okay, so just scroll down to the end of the page. You can see all three modules. As I said there we have a three modules here: Azure Data Engineering and Azure Data Bricks and the combo course. Okay, so whatever the course you wanted to enroll, you can just click on enroll now. Okay, and you can see here 15% card discount is available and it expires on 7th June. So only till tomorrow the offer is applying. Okay, so by 7th June, like we are just closing this offer. Okay, so try to avail this opportunity to get this offer as well. Okay, so you can just like give your like mail ID here and details like a name, mobile number, and country, state. These things you need to mention. If you want to go with the Indian credit or debit card, you can select this. If you want to go with international credit or debit card, you can click on this and you can proceed for the payment here. Once you proceed for the payment, you will be able to see all the payment modes like a QR, EMI option, credit card, debit card, wallets. Okay, everything you can see here. Got it? So this is the complete information about the registration process and the offer I said you. So everything I have just cleared now. If you have any questions, regarding the registration, regarding the sessions or anything, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me, please. Yes, each and every session we are going to record and we are going to share it with you. No need to worry about that. I'll just show you if possible how the classes will be. Just a moment, please. I'll just show you how the recordings will be available for you for lifetime. You can just check here. So this is our website. Click on sign up with Google. You can click on right side top corner, sign up with Google. Again here, sign in with Google. Again here, sign in with Google. Okay. So you can just like see, I can go to the students here, click on enroll courses. If you click on enroll courses page, okay, so your course will be here. Okay, as I am the admin here, so I have the all courses access. I have all courses access here. I'll just show you the data engineering one. Just a moment, please. So as I am the admin, I have like many courses access here, but you can like just like if you enroll here, you can see only these two here: Azure Data Engineering, Azure Data Bricks. Only these two courses will be available for you. Okay. Once you click on the course, you can see continue learning or start learning here. You can just click on that. See, these are the sessions. Okay, session 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 35. Okay, so if you just click on the drop down here, you can see here session 1, 2, 3, it was renamed and it was clearly given you the session name and what we'll be covering in this session. You can just like see here. This is the video. If you just scroll down the video, you can see the material also here. You can just click on the download button. Okay, so this is the material available for this particular session. This session number 1, this is the material available. Okay, in the same way for all the classes, the videos and materials will be available in this way. If you can just click on that, see there is no material for this session, so nothing is added here. Okay, so if there is any material, you can see like this. Okay, so these are the things actually, these are the things that you can access it here. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding this? So any questions regarding this? If you have any questions, you are open to ask. Hope everyone is clear with all your doubts and all. Okay, so if you are clear with all your doubts and all, can you just like give me a yes in the chat box? Can I receive yes? If you have cleared with all your doubts, if you have cleared with all your queries and the questions, everything, you can just like give me chat. Yes, yes. Thanks for the confirmation. Thanks for the confirmation. So yeah, before ending the session, this is our YouTube channel, Raj Cloud Technology, Raj Informatica, real-time hands-on job-based training. All the videos of public sessions will be uploaded here. Many useful content is there in this YouTube channel. Just subscribe to the channel. You will get all the updates. You will get all the course updates. Okay, not only Azure, not only Snowflake, not only Informatica. All the courses updates are available here in our YouTube channel. I'm going to share the link again. Yes, I'm sharing the link once again. Don't worry. So Akash, there is a question. How do I get complimentary SQL course in the same portal? Akash, like if you have already enrolled, you can contact my team. You can contact my team on this number 8105296858. You will get the complimentary course, not a problem. So everyone, like whoever got enrolled to the course, you will be given for all the things. Okay, so Azure Data Engineering, Azure Data Bricks, and Oracle course access as well. All three you will be getting. So if you haven't received, you can contact my team here. So my team will help you. Okay. Yeah. So thank you all. Thank you for joining the session today. So if you have any questions, still I'll be available. My team will be available till 11 p.m. Okay, till 11 p.m. morning 8 a.m. to night 11 p.m. we will be available. Okay, so whatever the questions you have, you can just like connect us anytime and you can clear your doubts and you can get the career guidance. Everything you can get it from us. Okay. So for any information, please contact us on this number 8105296858. Thank you all. Thank you for joining session today. Thank you, Abhishek Garu.